wonder about the important questions in life? What's the meaning of life? Does anyone really love me? And are you mentally prepared for this sound? Hello, comic dudes. Bit crushed audio lines aside, today is the day that I get to become a Pokemon trainer. I mean, granted, I could have done it like whenever I was 10, but I just needed some experience before I could properly become a Pokemon trainer. But today is the day. I have everything I could possibly need. I have my full red attire just so I could represent for all my red fans out there. And I also have this yellow rat.
Pokemon is one of, if not the most recognizable media franchises of all time, and one of, if not the poster child of this franchise, is the yellow rat himself, Pikachu. From the get-go, Pikachu was the franchise's mascot, so after Pokemon Red and Blue came out, Game Freak were left craving something more. They figured they could probably make another Pokemon game before making Gold and Silver, but it would need to be something they could make easily. Oh, it really is that easy. For some conjecture, I was a pretty big Pokemon guy back in the day. I mean, I never played any of the games because it took me like 20 years to actually become a gamer, but I actually really liked the IP. I would buy the shirts, read the books, the whole shebang. Heck, I used to watch the anime whenever it was on TV. Granted, for some reason, I couldn't bear the thought of being seen watching something so lame and nerdy, so I would always try and cover it up whenever I was watching it on TV.
Cayden, what you doing?
Live leak?
The reason I'm talking about Pokemon Yellow instead of Red, which I like more, is because I feel this is more fair and takes away any bias I could have when looking at this game. So that's what I'll do. Please don't say Fire Red. That does not count yet.
The reason I'm holding off on Fire Red is simple. I just don't want to do the remakes yet because I want to do a separate video on remakes later where I go in depth on how they improve upon the original game, on why some remakes are better than the others, and you know, just stuff like that. So we're gonna save that for later. Sorry, Pokemon Fire Red fans. It's about darn time that I start my Pokemon journey. Let's go.
Pokemon Yellow released in 1998 for Japan, but 1999 for North America. And sold... holy Jesus. And came out on the Game Boy. How brave.
I think the fact that these games sold so well just goes to show that these played a very important role in the Game Boy's success. I mean, without these games, the Game Boy probably wouldn't be as successful as it is. So that's why people should hold it in a very high regard whenever it comes to the Game Boy's lifespan and history. Finally, after all these years, I'm a true Pokemon trainer. Things are really going up in the world for me. It's a Pikachu! Alright, now's your chance. Go, Pikachu! Alright, Pikachu, now's your chance to beat this Pidgey. Go! Alright, Pokedex, what do you got for me now?
It is a bird. I don't know what you want me to say.
So for some extra context about the Pokemon series, because I want to touch some ground with people who aren't really familiar with the series, basically in Pokemon it is a turn-based RPG in which you strike a move, they strike a move, you strike a move, they strike a move, and you know, you gotta see who wins the battle. Simple as, this is how you progress through the worlds, through the gyms, through the everything. And in the world of Pokemon, in order to get more fighters to win battles, you need to capture them. And this is through what we like to call Pokemon catching, where you use Pokeballs, the in-game, I guess, like, net system, and you use it to catch Pokemon and use them for your own selfish gain. The game's main call to fame is gotta catch them all, which basically just means you have to catch all the Pokemon, which in most games is impossible because you would need an external source to do so. But nonetheless, pretty sweet mechanics all around. Just wanted to say this is like, you know, touching base with people who don't really know Pokemon all too well. Okay, back to the video.
And now, watch as he dances.
Booting the game up, you get to see My ears! I didn't know this was a 2015 horror game. Lord almighty. You start off by being confronted by Professor Oak, where he talks to you about the world of Pokemon and all that. yada yada yada, wake up, say bye to your mom forever, and go on your Pokemon journey. But then, tragedy strikes. You realize that this is a sequel, and all the starters from Pokemon Blue have been stolen by the Pokemon Blue brain rots. And Oak says the only Pokemon left are these two. But before you can choose, Oak's grandson Blue, or as I like to call him, Buttface, takes one before you even get to the choice, leaving you with the other one, which is Pikachu! The only selling point of buying Pokemon Yellow over Red, besides hating yourself, is wanting to play with your boy Pikachu.
Pikachu himself has a few minor details that make him different from most other Pokemon starters, so I'll be listing them here.
First difference is that he follows you around in the overworld. The canon explanation is that Pikachu has claustrophobia and hates being stuck inside your Pokeball, which I suppose is fair. I wouldn't want to be in there either. The best part of him following you is that you can interact with him to see how he's feeling. It's kind of like interacting with your pet in a Tamagotchi, and I really like it. It helps you build your relationship with your Pikachu and makes him feel like more than just a meat shield in battles. The second difference is that he is very different from any starter in any Pokemon game. Being an electric type, his effectiveness is very different from that of water, fire, or grass. Also, Pikachu's stats leave a lot to be desired. Unlike most starters that have very strong base stat totals because they are meant to be kept throughout the entire run, Pikachu is just left with these mid stats.
And at number 3, that's it. Yeah, I wish I could say there's more, but that's about all that Pikachu really does differently. I mean, I guess he doesn't evolve, that's a gimmick, but nothing important.
Finally got some Poké Dollars of my own. Feeling good. Oi, loser!
What are you doing here, Buttface? Compelling argument.
I feel this game wants you to fail from the start. Instead of retroactively changing the first gym in order to make it easy on new players who only use their starters, like me, they instead keep it as the rock gym and tell the player and their Pikachu to eat the curve and die. So, unless you sniped out any semi-good Pokemon before storming the gym, you are going to get your butt handed to you every single time.
Don't care. Don't care. Still don't care.
But I will give credit where credit is due. I love when video games punish players in the early game for the funny.
Brock, look over there. Women! I won!
After narrowly escaping Brock and officially breaking out of the tutorial segment of the game, you can go through the rest of the game. With this being an RPG with random encounters, it causes me deep psychological pain. I hate random encounters. Most of the time I'll be bathing myself in repels, but the problem is if I do that, then I can't level up, and if I don't level up, then the game's going to be near impossible. But if I don't avoid random encounters as often as possible, I will commit a crime. However, I am supposed to specify that that last part was a joke. The second gym gives you mercy by making it water-based, so it's basically a cakewalk. But any gym from that point forward, you're most likely going to have other Pokemon than just Pikachu, so, you know, I don't really need to be going into too much depth on them. Anyways, Kanto is by far one of the most limited, while at the same time one of the best regions. Yes, there may be only like 2 towns with any substance, but I really like those 2 towns with any substance. The obligatory evil team in this game is the illustrious Team Rocket, by far one of the most popular evil teams of all time in Pokemon. Sure, fighting any of them is literally just pressing the A button until they die, but still, the team and branding is really nice in my opinion.
Okay, I did it. I finished with the Silph Tower. That took forever, but now I can finally continue with my journey.
You need to beat the Lavender Town Tower first.
What?
The turn-based battles in this game that aren't random encounters are usually really slow and monotonous, but hey, at least Pikachu makes funny XD face when I talk to him.
Okay, Pikachu, here comes the Thunderstone airplane.
Your rival, Blue, or as I've previously mentioned, Poop Butt, uses his Eevee as his ace and fights you at different points throughout the game. As your team evolves, so does his, and he is just a complete douchebag of a character and treats you with the least amount of respect possible. More importantly, to progress the story, you need to fight every single gym leader so that you can take on the Elite Four who will test how well you've trained throughout your journey. And once you defeat those 4 chumps, you get to challenge the champion, who happens to be your rival Blue, who I like to call Doo-Doo Face. Once you beat him, you win, and you can officially put Epic Gamer in your Twitter bio.
Surprised you were able to beat all 4 of those losers. But now you gotta face me, the champion.
Oh, we meet again, Buttface. But this time, I'm stronger than before, and I'll beat you. Go! Pikachu!
Okay, we'll see about that. Piplup, use Ice Beam!
Okay, that's it. Go, Mirror, for symbolism!
I did it. I'm officially a Pokemon champion. And, I don't really know what I'm gonna do with my career from this point forward. I mean, I did it. I'm the peak. I'm the pinnacle of this place. I'm the best trainer that there could ever be. Like no one ever was. I mean, except for Pikachu. He can surf.
Next time on Cayden Comics, will Cayden be able to defeat the Johto region? Will he be able to finally escape his yellow rat counterpart? Will his rival Poopbutt finally go away and stop bothering him? All will be revealed in the next edition of Cayden Comics Pokemon Saga.